In this session, we're going to be creating a custom profile, and we will assign that to our test user. So how do we create a custom profile? We will navigate to Profiles under the Setup Home. You have this new button, New Profile. You can click there, and here it says you must select an existing profile to clone from. So you can select the profile that you want to clone from. And one important thing is you want to, most of the time, you want to clone the profiles that uses Salesforce license. For example, don't clone the one that has user license of Chatter free. Okay, use the ones that has a license, Salesforce license. Okay, our standard user profile comes with this user license, Salesforce user license. If you ask me, then why is that? The reason is depending on the user license, profiles can have or can give various access to users. The most access comes with this Salesforce license. The other licenses have limited access. Okay, so that's why. Also in reality, in the projects, also most of the time you use Salesforce license, but there will be sometimes you're going to go with partner community and other profiles. For example, the Salesforce platform, they have a different use cases. We will talk about more details on the user licenses, which one gives access to each. But if users in this scenario, our test user needs to have access to accounts, all the standard objects, and also custom objects. For that reason, we're going to be creating a profile by cloning this standard user. If you clone this profile and assign it to the standard user, then you won't be able to give the access, the required access, much access to our test user, because that profile is attached to this license. And the profile you create by cloning this one will also be attached to this user license, and that will limit the access. So we're going to pick the standard user because it has a Salesforce license, and then clone it. I can also click here to clone it. All right, I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to say custom standard user. I'm following the Salesforce naming convention. That's how they named the other profiles they have. So that's why I chose to go that route. But in reality, you could name that as support, or let's say customer support. You can make that your profile name. Or human resource, you can make that your profile name. So we have created this profile. Now what we're going to do is we're going to assign it to a user. So if we click on assign user here, we will see that it does not have any user assigned to it. Okay, let's say new user. So that took me to create a new user. So that's not what I want. And what I will do is I'll go to my users and find my test user, this one, for example. Currently, test user has profile that is standard user profile. So we will edit this test user and assign the custom one. So switch to custom standard user. Okay. So if you accidentally clone another profile that does not have a Salesforce license, then you won't be able to see this profile name here, because these profile options that you get to select depend on the licenses that you have. If I go to here, Salesforce platform, I don't see my custom standard user profile here. So that's one thing you have to be careful about. So I'm going to select custom standard user option and then save. So we have created a custom profile and also assigned that to our user.